weekend it was in the world of women's rugby for two of our sides, as Haverfordwest won the WRU Bowl with a 2017 win over Cardiff, and then Whitland, a dramatic finish, beat Buryport 38-34 to win the WRU Plate. It was a super Saturday for our teams at the Principality Stadium, and Sue Davies is with us, the Whitland ladies team manager, to tell us all about the weekend. Sue, how are you?
Tired, but fine.
Well, listen, from us all here at Pure West, first of all, congratulations. That was some Saturday. I think before we come to the game, let's just talk about the day, because it was a real effort from all of the club to get down, and you had some brilliant support, didn't you?
Oh, we had two supporters buses came with us. My daughter Sarah had organised an old players reunion as well, so there was a few of those about, and of course lots of our old players live in and around Cardiff, so it was fantastic, really great.
And when you get to the stadium, obviously we were just talking off air, Haverfordwest played first, yes. So when you get to the stadium and there's another game going on, how does that all work when you arrive and you get taken in?
Well, we were allocated our changing rooms last Monday night. We went up to a meeting last Monday night and we were allocated what changing rooms we had. So Haverfordwest were lucky, they got the main players changing room, and we were shoved to the side, but we don't mind. No, it was such an occasion. WRU wanted everything organised. I had a timetable. Everything was down to minutes and seconds. It was fantastic.
And did you then get to watch a bit of the game that was going on first? So
yes.
Did your players see and what was the reaction there? Because obviously West is best, isn't it? So they'll have wanted to get that one.
We went onto the pitch at the same time, sort of, and warmed up behind the posts when the Haverfordwest were playing, and it was tense. The end of it was tense as well. So we hung around. A fair play. The old players came across and wished us good luck for our game, and we just let them get on with it, really, because it was their time, and we just let them get on with it. And I think most of them stayed in Cardiff, but I think they must have had a good night as well.
I guess though as well, you then have to say to your players, come on, we need to focus on why we're here. You can't focus on the game that's just going on. No, fair play. No, our girls did put their heads onto it. Well, the score shows that, doesn't it, really, in the last 30 seconds of the game. Oof.
Perfect timing, sir.
My heart was going.
Gordon and Tom will jump in as well, but just tell us about the game then, Sue. 38-34. That was some advert for women's rugby.
Yeah. It was very much. We were ahead 14-0 in the first 20 minutes of the game, and then Buryport came back like they always do, and this is how our games always are, very back and forth affairs. And I literally, in the last 30 seconds of the game, Daniel Lawrence, a Haverfordwest lady, scored.
Playing in green and white. Got the winning try.
I grabbed her years ago, Graham. She scored a try in the corner, and it was given. Buryport were trying to say it was forward pass, but referees have assured me they looked at it afterwards and no, it wasn't. So score stands. No.
Brilliant.
Because the Whitland had lost to Buryport twice in the season. How did they prepare going into that match, knowing that this is a team that we can't overcome in regular, and then to go down to their try so late on as well? To keep their heads up was quite something.
We had a good game against Solicitors the previous week, which we'd won 62-19, which sort of we needed that run out to trial some new moves, etc., and they all worked, and they worked on the day as well. You know, our coaches have worked very hard, our girls have worked very hard, and the amount of numbers we have in training over the last couple of weeks has been fantastic.
Yeah, that's good. Women's rugby is on the rise, I feel, Sue, as well. I know you've been involved for a long time, but women's rugby at the moment is really on a high. And down in Pembrokeshire, I feel a lot of girls are getting involved. Hence, we had Haverfordwest and Whitland in the final. This probably has to be the biggest game in Whitland's history on Saturday. You've played in some big games before, but this must have been the biggest of the lot.
No, this was the biggest one in my 17 years of being in charge, yes.
Yeah, 17 years. That's a long time, so you're getting less for murder.
I told him in the after-match presentation, I said, I will retire one day. And I don't know when that'll be, but I will go one day.
That brings me to the aftermatch. There was a certain guy, community officer. I know you know who that would be, Sue. Geraint John was handing out the medals, was he not?
He was.
He was.
He
Well,
was.
He had a foot in both camps, as you would know.
He did.
His
Born and
late
bred in
father,
Whitland.
his late father, Yuri, played for Whitland for many years alongside his brothers. And Geraint himself played for Haverfordwest.
Yes.
So that was lovely. That was a lovely touch. Not a lot of people, obviously the people within the clubs would have known that, but nobody outside would have realised that he had such a connection with both clubs.
No, the question he asked me was, when he saw the girls at the end, was, any of these related to me? I said, I don't know.
What I wanted to ask you then, you talked about that last minute winner. So, good side, what does it feel like to win a cup final in the last minute with a try like that? And bad side, what does it feel like to win a cup final with a try right at the end like that when it's so close?
Well, as I said, my heart was going like the clappers, but it was tense. But the good side is that the girls didn't give up until the final whistle.
Yeah.
And they knew they had to score, and score they did. The bad side was that we let them in. We let them get that goal, really. Yeah. Because we lost a couple of chances that we should have scored. But if is the longest, the longest word in the English language, isn't it?
Really? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you feel on the sideline? Did you think the moment may have passed you by, or did you think you were still in the game?
I did honestly, because I was so busy talking to myself and swearing to myself. I was on tenterhooks, but I was ever so pleased.
What was the celebrations like after, Sue? What were the celebrations like? I want to know how Whitland celebrated.
We all went to the aftermatch do up in the International Players Lounge. Believe it or not, it was a very nice,
very posh.
But then we all came back to the club, and the girls were told had to wait outside the door and all walk in together, and they put "We Are the Champions" on the.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
It was fantastic. Yeah, and most of the supporters that came with us were in the club, so it was a good day for the whole club as a whole.
Brilliant. That'll stay in the memory for a long time, Sue.
If I can remember it when I go
But
there.
now you'll have to try and retain the trophy next season. That's the hardest part.
Our aim now is to win the league, Gordon.
Okay.
Well, let's come to that in just a sec, Seal. Just so people watching, maybe to tell us a bit about the side and some of the characters in it, because it does take character to win a cup final like that.
Yeah, of course, Natalie Walsh, as everybody knows, Natalie Walsh has played with me since I started 17 years ago, and is retiring at the end of the season. She'll be
Natalie's retiring, is she?
Yes, from the 15-a-side game. From the 15
okay.
I think she'll still play sevens, but she's retiring for the 15-a-side game. She'll be a great loss to the club.
Yeah.
Then we have Kath Wally, who's played with me for 11 years. And then we have all the babies.
The youngsters coming through.
Caddy Williams, who had player of the match, is only 19.
Fair play.
And the outside half is only 21. Most, they're all, the average age must be about 22.
Wow.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, and that is the outcome of having 16s and 18s and every age group underneath it.
Yeah.
So would you agree with what Gordon said there? Do you feel like the women's section is thriving? This win obviously really helps. You've got the run in to come, which we'll come to, but just generating those numbers and the players with that ability, that's a real positive.
Yeah, and let's be honest, winners make winners, don't they? You know what I mean? People will come.
They do.
They'll come to a winning club. So I'm hoping that we'll gain some players next season out of it. And I'm not being rude to the men. The men are having not a very good season at all.
No, they've had a tough time, Sue. They have,
very much so. Lots of injuries. I'm susceptible for them as well. So I know it's very, very difficult at this time. After COVID, I don't know what's gone wrong. And we're not the only suffering. But at the moment, the ladies' side are the top side in the club. And thank goodness for that.
You're proud to say that as well, aren't you?
I am proud to say that. I've worked hard for it.
Did you ever think you would say that 17 years ago, though? No.
When I started, I was on the phone every Sunday morning before a game. Can you play today? Can you play today? Can you play today? And I was chasing players at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning, and that is no word of a lie. But now,
I hope Paul Kirk is watching this interview. The chairman of the club.
I will say one thing. The committee have been fantastic. The club sponsored our shirts, our whole new kit. They put all the beer behind the bar for us on Saturday night. I can't ask for better supporters than that.
Rugby has a lovely bond, doesn't it, Sue? No matter win, lose or draw or whatever it is, everybody sort of sticks together. That's what I love about the game so much. Yeah. The community side of it is you can't buy it. It's priceless.
Once the whistle goes at the end, you're all friends, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about what's to come, because I'm sure you allowed the players to celebrate up to last orders on Saturday night in the club. So
11 o'clock.
Exactly. After that, you still got games to play?
Yeah, we've given them a week off this week. I think after they had a tough weekend, so they need to recover injury wise as well as knocks and bruises. Yeah. So a week Sunday we have a game. We're away in Pencourt, who might not play us because they haven't got a side, and that is the drawback of the league rugby, because they enter the league at the beginning of the season all in good faith, but players drop out for any reasons, and the main reason in women's rugby is women getting pregnant, and you can't stop that. That's nature.
Well, you can. There's contraceptive, but we won't go down there.
Or like me, I'm past it anyway. But it's just the nature of the game. It
is. Yeah.
Next year we might not be as good, but hey, we'll keep on plodding along.
Yeah, that's great. And actually, I think we talk about the game in Pembrokeshire, and Pembrokeshire really is, and the West really is pulling its weight. Because if you look at this weekend, Jazz Joyce was playing for GB. Yes. They were successful in the Hong Kong Sevens, weren't they? Yes. Lisa Neumann playing for Wales as well. Courtney Keight too. We're in a bit of a good time, I think, for women's rugby in the West. See, is that fair to say? Yeah.
Oh, and also Shaky George and Sean Ed were involved in the Wales.
Don't forget the Whitland players, Ben.
Yeah, the Whitland players. Yes. Yes, it's on an upward trend. Definitely, we said Davies started now. Pembroke started, and we're all there to help each other.
Yeah.
Narberth did try, but I don't think it succeeded. But that doesn't mean that they won't try again next year. And it's nice for us if we have local sides to play. Yeah. Less travelling instead of going to Ynys, St Heniers, and all these places up the valleys that we never go to apart from playing rugby. But it saves the club costs as well, because the bus isn't cheap.
No.
But it's nice to play against local friends.
Yeah, definitely. It would be nice to have an all Pembrokeshire league, but as you say, Sue, it's a difficult thing to get the numbers in every club.
I have put a motion into the WRU about a West league, so let's hope
that would be good.
That's from Lampy down and across to Britain.
Yeah.
Would you be confident with that? Would you be confident, Sue, with that?
It hasn't been thrown out of the water. So
that would.
No, watch this space, Sue.
Watch this space,
yeah.
I'm forever thinking of ways, you see.
Listen, Sue, absolutely brilliant weekend for you. And you must be so happy to be able to talk to us about this, and Haverfordwest as well, winning their game 2017. That's great for rugby down west. There's no doubt about that. And are you confident now for the run-in? You're going to take the title, do you think?
We'll be there or thereabouts. I hope. Yeah, if we beat Lampeter at home, I think the last game of the season, I think that would be it for us.
Well, good luck with that, Sue. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And go on.
And thank you for all what you do for women's rugby as well. It's without you putting it out there, people wouldn't know about it, would they?
It's absolutely
without you winning, we wouldn't be able to mention it. So you've done your part.
And so I was going to say, what do the next 17 years look like? Because you've made great strides in the first 17.
I look really tired, or I'd be in a box.
You've been partying all weekend, Sue. That's what.
No, I'm coming to retirement age now this weekend. So no. I keep going till I'm 70 and that's it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Sue, I was chatting to Bill Kahn earlier, and he was mentioning your 17 years of dedication. Have you received an accolade yourself?
Yes,
recently?
this year I've been nominated for Volunteer of the Year in an award ceremony in the Principality on the 14th of April.
Well, good luck with that,
yeah.
Sue. Fingers crossed that you win that as well, because you thoroughly deserve it with the amount of service you've given rugby and Whitland in particular. Good
Thank
luck
you
with
very
that.
much.
Great
Thank
stuff. Sue, listen, once again, from us all at Pure West, please pass on big congratulations to all the players. That was a great effort on Saturday. We're really proud of them. So keep up the good work, and you're welcome again on the show anytime. In fact, Sue, do you remember the last time you came on? It was the small matter of when Mike Phillips had played for Whitland.
Oh, yes.
Remember that?
Him, the grey-haired gentleman.
That's it.
The thing is, he only played one game and you dropped him.
Well, I said, he wasn't bloody good enough.
Good stuff.
I hope he's listening to this.
I don't think he's still out in Dubai.
Sue, you take care. We will speak to you again soon. Brilliant effort. Well done, Whitland. Well done, Haverfordwest as well. Just gone 20 to 9. We'll come back for the final part of tonight's Pure West Sport. We'll do that next.